Hello, everybody. Welcome to this little podcast, online podcast we put in together. Welcome to All About Education. This is our first podcast. We talk about Mexican educational system challenge. This is the topic we're gonna approach today. My name is Alan Cantun. Join me today are my colleagues Juan Pablo and Abram. We are studying for the third semester of English language on La ENSI. Juanpa, what are we gonna talk about today?
Okay, I going to talk about is the corruption. Is the big and the principal problems and challenge in the education. And now my college, Abraham Lopez, is taking about the next situation, the Al Liborio Aguilar.
Now, let me show one of the most controversial news about Liborio Vidal Aguilar. He was the Secretario de Educación de Yucatán. And the situation is that he gave away to his niece position as a prefecta in a secondary school. What's the matter with that? Well, just look to this teenager, so he's very young.
Yeah, she's too
Yet,
young.
uh, it is impossible that she has enough experience to work with teenagers. So there is where the corruption rise. What do you think about that, Alan?
Well, I think yeah, she's too young. It looks like she just graduated, but yeah, the corruption is there. The system always gonna be in favor of those who have family inside. So sad, and I think it's not fair because us, for example, we're gonna study in 4 years in this beautiful career, and then we're gonna try to study more to get a master's degree or something. And after that, we have to study more to apply for a position or a contract, maybe. And I think it's not fair for the rest of us who are working hard to achieve this. I don't like it. I don't like it. Moving on with this, we just recently finished our first and second round of practice. We practiced for the first time in front of the group and elementary school. Juanpa, what was your experience with that? Really quick.
My experience, I feel nervous. Obviously, is my first practice in elementary school, but and every day I analyze my approachment in educate and other aspects. I need to improve in security and confidence, and I need new acquired in vocabulary respect to explain.
Abraham, how about your experience working with
Yes,
children?
Juanpa, that's a good point. You have realized in your problem, so you can work on it. And my principal problem was the classroom management in my fifth round of the practice. But actually, I know how to resolve that. I applied in the conductism, and it's a good tool in this case. So I recommend to you, to all the teachers, you are free to use that. You can condition to your students with prize, little rewards, like candies, like stickers, uh, and that's it. And what about
And I,
you?
and I
Um,
and I think that's a good idea too, because candies and stickers, you're never too old. We can use that and college level too. Our teachers do that all the time, and motivate the students is quite hard these days. Try to find a way that they review. That was my problem. The problematic I found in this school was the students, they don't review at home. They don't study at home. So I try to encourage them and motivate them a little bit with work, not at all the levels, but it work. We also in these practices we have an exercise. We have to interview a few teachers with this test. Well, this questionnaire about the problems they face every day,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
it will help us.
Let me show. Yes, let me show the interview, and
Yeah, thank you very much.
uh, we're going to use just one to show.
So meanwhile,
Let me put it.
we ask the teachers about challenges and needs they have uh, as a teachers, and this will help us a lot for us because we will be kind of prepared for the problems we might face in the future when we get into the field. Papa, what are those problems? I think. What do you think about this?
Right. Okay, I think the lack of the technological resource is creates many limitations down the barriers or break the barriers of the teaching is very complicated in implement and applicate new strategies, games, and others respect to teaching.
Abraham,
Uh, uh,
you're taking this.
I want to emphasize something is that this interview that you can see here is not the only one. It's awesome how most of the teachers agree with the answers. The lack, uh, principally with the lack of the hours per week, and with with the lack of technology resource. But uh, we are thinking about that in a possible solution, how we can help to resolve that. And certainly, we don't have the solution in our hands. Uh, it is in the hands of the government. And as you can see, the corruption have important role here. What do you think about that, Alan?
Well, I think it's part of because the same with the character we talked about earlier. He gave the position to his niece. Can be the same here. He couldn't give her hours in the school without she being a teacher, and it's not a supposition. This actually happened. But for now, we make the little summary on this, and teachers, we asking for new ways to teach. Technology to help us to break that barrier with the students, more time to teach the kids, and also more time to they assimilate what they are learning. And that and more we're gonna discuss in future episodes. But for now, just this little intro in our podcast, and hope we can do more episodes in the future, and you can join me on this little project, gentlemen. But for now, that's it. And thank you very much for your time. We'll see you soon.
Bye, partner. See you soon.